Thank you so much, Perry, and Laura, and Melody, and all the OTA board. The California Certified Organic Farmers, CCOF, really values the partnership with OTA that we have, and especially the ability to participate in the Farmer Advisory Council. I want to give just a little, see if I can change these slides. Just a little context about CCOF. I know a lot of you know who we are, but we have over 2,700 members across California, and we really are farmer-driven. And I want to introduce CCOF's chairman, Phil LaRocca. Phil, are you in the room? Phil LaRocca, who is from LaRocca Vineyards up in Northern California, and another board member, Grant Bryans, who's here. Thanks, Grant. Grant and Phil have been on the board for several decades and bring just a ton of experience and a lot of ideas to our organization, which we're really grateful for. Who the people we represent are about 2,700 organic producers, but I really want to stress that about 1,300 of those, about half, fall within USDA's small farmer designation, and about 1,000 of those 1,300 have gross annual sales of $100,000 or less. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple of the programs that our board has put into place that are really member initiated this year to deal with, there are many challenges in organic I've learned in the several years that I've been part of this community, but two that are of really paramount concern to us right now are the Western drought, which I know you're all familiar with, and in California we call it the California drought because the whole state is affected. Also, the challenge of finding new farmers in the future, and then the third challenge I'm just going to touch on briefly that you can never do enough to address is that of competing labels in the marketplace, and that's even affecting farmers at the direct sales level. So when it comes to the drought, our farmers are affected in a ton of ways. Wells are dry, water deliveries have stopped in a lot of the state, feed is costly. One of our major focuses is really to ensure that folks stay in certification, because our experience is once they drop out, it's really tough to get them back in, especially the very small operations. So we're really working on a case-by-case basis individually with farmers, trying to help them figure out a way to squeeze by. And with cost share coming along, that'll be somewhat helpful. But one of the main things that we're doing, I'm going to go back a second, is providing direct drought assistance. And this program was actually started with the help of Breeze Tenser, who we're really happy to have at OFRF now. She set up a partnership with Farm Aid where they contributed money, and then we went out to our membership, who is, again, really the core of this, and they matched the Farm Aid contribution, and we were able to make small grants to 22 farmers this month to help just with household expenses. It's not a lot, but when you read the applications, it really does make a difference as they're trying to move through this. The other thing that we're doing is really working hard in anticipation of cost share to make sure that everyone who we're providing drought assistance to is also plugged in and getting the cost share that's available this year so that they can spread those dollars further. And we're looking in the fall to creating a larger fund. CCOF since 2007 has had an annual hardship assistance program for farmers. We've given over $100,000 away over the years for that purpose. And we're going to really try to build the fund this year so that we can go beyond these $500 household contributions and really make meaningful contributions to people that can help them stay in business. We also have a range of resources available to farmers on our website. There's a drought assistance page at ccof.org. It ranges from things like how livestock producers can access possibly food processing wastes for livestock feed, as well as grants that are available and a host of other things. So it is a big challenge in the state. We don't think it's going to end soon. The governor says it's not going to end soon. He's committing a lot of resources to it, including funds for on-farm technical assistance conservation management and water conservation, and so we've been very active in advocating for that. I'm really bad with these slides. I'm so sorry. I can't talk, and anyway. The second thing that I wanted to talk about was our Future Organic Farmer Grant Fund. And this, again, was initiated by our members, looking at the huge challenge we have in farmers leaving production. I think I read in the New York Times last week that since 2005, we've lost 100,000 farmers across the country. And so our board said, we want to do something about this. This is not staff initiated by any means. And we created a Future Organic Farmer Grant Fund. And I think it's one of the first, if not the first, examples of farmers coming together with organic industry leaders. One of those slides that I passed had a list of our partners on it. And we put together an initial fund this year of $50,000. And it's going to help students in 3 areas. We like to say young eaters and future farmers. We're going to be giving 10 grants to teachers who will participate in the Ag in the Classroom program, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. But they're going to be asked to teach organic curriculum instead of just agricultural curriculum. We're very excited about it. We love the idea of all those kids going home and telling their parents what the organic seal is and how organic food's produced. We're encouraging farmers to be part of that program. People who apply for money will get extra points on their grant application if they actually have a farmer involved in the classroom. The second part of that fund targets high school students through the Future Farmer of America Supervised Agricultural Experience Program. We'll have 10 grants to kids who are doing projects that focus on organic production methods. And then the final one is the kind of biggie, which is $10,000, $2,500 grants to students across the country who are either studying to pursue careers in organic agriculture or basically that, either in higher education or vocational training. So the really exciting news is we got this fund started this year, and then I was contacted by the National Cooperative Grocers Association. I don't know if there's anybody from there here today, but they said that they're putting up $20,000 for next year and challenging their members to match it. So we're off to a flying start on that fund. I'm really excited, grateful to our farmers for pointing us in that direction and make it happen. And then just to close, the last thing, the very last slide that flashed by you was a postcard that we put together. Organic Valley, the farmers advocating for organic fund, helped fund it this year. But it's a postcard for farmers markets and CSA baskets that explains why you should buy certified organic, what the label means, what other competing labels might be out there, and why organic's better. And so we're excited about getting that out and to consumers over the coming year. So, covered a lot, but in closing, I just want to say again, really grateful, Laura, for the opportunity to be here, for our members to participate in the FAC. I think this is a great place for people to take ideas like we have millions more, and meet other people who feel the same and get them off the ground and going. So thank you so much. I'm sorry about the slides.